Oh my God. Oh my God.
Are we actually on?
Yeah, we're actually on.
We've done the poll. We've done a preview of something that now
I'm so embarrassed.
we've been going on, and I
bantering.
even told David, I was like, wow, I don't know what they're going on about in chat. Like, this is so bizarre. Like, we are actually on it this week, getting things done,
And
and
I've
you're
been
over
like,
here talking about washing dishes.
and like I've been like pushing and ignoring chat to try to get through this stuff so that we can get to it, and so I didn't even notice that. Oh,
Wow.
and I said all those nice things about Biblaridian.
You really did. Oh my God. And they missed
and
it all.
in this case, it's actually true.
Oh, there was a whole speech about how wonderful Biblaridian is.
Oh man.
Oh.
Ugh.
Wow.
Ugh.
Well, our
Oh
last
my
15
God.
minutes have been good and
Yeah.
productive. And I advertised. Oh. Hi, David.
You know, I even put up. This is so embarrassing. For whatever reason, I put up a thing on Blue Sky today. I was like, LangTime Studio in 15 minutes. Everybody check it out.
And then here we are.
This is like conflict episode 1 all over again. Jeez.
Oh my gosh. Well, and as you can not see quite yet, like there's even a note to Jake because we were chatting about how Jake's in Vienna, but like still
Oh,
here.
right.
So David wrote a little hello to Jake.
Here, I'll
and
show you. There was a whole thing about how
The camera was backwards.
was backwards. Here, where is it? So I wrote this as Jake said they were in Vienna, and it showed up upside down and backwards, and so I had to do all this stuff to
make it right.
Oh my God.
Well.
Yeah.
Man.
Stunning. Absolutely stunning.
Well, while we're getting over this shock, I do want to repeat what I had announced because I felt kind of important.
Yeah.
This weekend, we have a patron live stream on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
We hope to see our patrons there. We hope to be there. Or we hope to be live, rather, I guess. Oh, this is so disappointing.
I know.
The weekend after that is a very special weekend. Madeline James is hosting has created and is hosting the very large and 3-day long adventure for the World Building Festival. And so lots of people are going to be there, including Madeline James herself, but also lots of people that we know and love very well. Biblaridian, Mateus, Jake, Miles, George from Conlangery, Artifexian, so many people. And we're going to be there on the Saturday of the World Building Festival. We're going to be doing a patron stream-like experience where we'll introduce people to Sovála and name some more characters or provide titles for types of characters depending on where we are. And then coming up in October is CopyCon 2.
Yeah.
Wearing the original CopyCon shirt to be excited, get ready for that. It's very exciting. And we'll also be streaming on the Sunday of the World Building Festival, but we'll be doing a presentation. And yeah. Anyway, I think that was most of the announcements.
Yeah, this is on me. I really blew it. I'm the one that's in charge of going live now. For a long time it was Jesse, but this one's on me. And it's a 2-step process on OBS. One, I have to press manage broadcast so that I find it and say select this broadcast, and then basically it opens up the link to the broadcast and it says, okay, now you are actually doing something. Do you want to go live? Which I appreciate. So that you don't accidentally, throw yourself up there when you're not ready. I appreciate that. But yeah, I blew it. Anyway, Tongues and Runes this Saturday at 6 a.m. Pacific, and Let's Have a Booba every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. Pacific. Don't miss it. And anyway, now let's quickly do the poll.
Yada yada yada.
I know. I
Been there, done
I
that.
actually have to pull up the poll again and get it centered. But just to briefly recap, the poll was about 2 different styles for the font we were working on last week. Both of them kind of satisfy the original poll, but it was a question about, do we want to do this a little bit thinner or a little bit thicker? On the left here you have Halgoff. This one is what we called string bean, A, which is a little bit thinner, and B is a little bit thicker. That one was thick boy. And this is what they would look like kind of if they were written in a line. So, long story short, there was a 3-to-1 preference in favor of string beans. So we're going to move forward with that one. Apologies, Jonathan. Jonathan evidently preferred the thicker one. Frankly, I did too, but I asked Barry Garcia, and he says the thin one is better. So, I mean, you can't argue with that. Barry knows best.
And
All right.
and also Bibluridian had found and pointed out a sound change rule from High Valerian to Astapori Valerian.
Yeah.
Had to do with reduction of R when there's 2 clusters with R's in them, and one is stressed, one is unstressed, and
Yeah.
it had to do with that. And David did a really nice spiel about how wonderful and amazing Bibluridian
Yeah, I
is.
said a lot of positive things. I really did.
Oh, we love you, Bib. Sorry you weren't there for the part that wasn't actually live.
Yeah. Anyway, but at least we didn't get too far without doing this. So, we've been going full steam ahead with what do you call it? What are we doing? Oh, right, with the board game prep. We've got almost everything ready. But the one thing that was missing was some artwork for our animals. And this is what Jessie has been working on for the past week. And so we wanted to show you what she came up with. And this was where Jessie realized that the stream was not active. So one thing I mentioned is that I'm just kind of temporarily, having Keynote go over everything so that I can do this. So that you can see what Jessie has been working on. So these are the character cards themselves, the ones that you will have in front of you that tell you the things that you can do. And we're going to look at them really quickly, starting with the bards and starting with this guy, good old Niji. And so that guitar you might recognize. That's my guitar that Jessie gave her. But anyway, so yeah, we're going to just take you quickly through all the animals. Jessie has finished all of the base animals. So the opossums, the rabbits, the cats, the mice, and the dogs. So this is what they look like. This is just the base right now. Little banjo.
This time delay is so awful. Like all I see is Knunksor.
There's the
Oh, now I see more.
There's the fiddling cat, and there's Achaje, one of my favorite characters that we've done here. Moving on to the archers, there's this little guy, and the cat. Oh, the rabbits are good. This is, I think, one of my favorite drawings that Jessie has done, which is cool because this is also, like, this is my favorite character in terms of, like, if you want to win, I think this guy is the best.
Okay, now, hold up. Are we talking about the dog archer?
Yes.
Okay, because I just wanted to make sure YouTube, what I'm looking at preview-wise, was in track with where you were.
Yeah. Because essentially this, the 5-star archer, the rabbit archer, is a little bit better, but has one fewer action card. And so I think getting that dog archer, that sets you up nice. All right, moving on to the warriors. This guy with his little whomper, and then we have the bat dog. Oh, it's so funny. And this guy, the dogs have baseball bats in honor of Jessie's dad, who is a baseball coach and former
a dog
baseball
person.
player and a dog person. True. I love these. Right, because the color is associated with the kingdom, not with the. Right.
Right.
I love the soldiers. Also, now that I'm looking at it, it kind of looks like a tomato, but this is the dog flag. But Jesse put the flags on all of the soldier shields, except for these guys that have special shields. So this guy has the star shield. There's just that one, but this guy has the moon shield, and you're going to see the sun shield later. And the little, gosh, that's such a good dog. I love that dog. And now for the rogues who set traps and things, these are great. Get ready for this next one.
Oh, so which one are you on? I don't know.
This is the dog rogue.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, I know. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny. All right. And there's the dreaded comeback. Good. All right. Oh, and these engineers, absolute little charmers with their little jackets and their goggles. Oh my goodness, I love these guys.
Oh, they're not engineers. They're tanks.
You're right. They're drivers.
Yes.
You know? Yeah. It's another nagging question what to call these things generically. These are the geomancers with their little leaves. Love it. These are the umbramancers, right? This guy looks like she is drinking, the world's smallest espresso. And I love that. With the hoodie and everything. Yeah. And there's, and now, she's got, there's the bone. All right. Now these are these are Solomancers.
Oh, okay. Oh, we don't have the one that gets called.
No, that'll come
okay.
later. That'll come. That's at the end. So the Solomancers, these are good. Oh, look at that dog! What a good dog! Oh, and this mouse. This mouse, I think, looks the most like Jesse.
Oh, I'm waiting for it. Oh, the one with the glasses.
Yeah.
With my little notes, and it actually says
even though it's a boy mouse. Yeah.
We'll drop the I out of my name. It even says the name of the mouse.
Yeah.
Tsutsu on the little writing pad.
Oh,
and it also says magic, the word for magic, which right now is escaping me. So it says the name followed by the word for magic.
Yeah. And these are the pyromancers. They look like they're coming to sell you something, or some of them do. Oh, and that's this is the leader of the cats right here. And this guy is the Knamos. This is who the 5-star Umbramancer summons. So, anyway, that is the full base game. But I want to just at least show you
the art for the expansion.
Yeah, so some of these obviously are to come, but
I don't have any of the beavers or foxes done yet. So we only have the original 5 types of animals with their expansion.
All right. I'm
working on those.
Oh, that's good. Like that. Cat.
Oh. This is such a bizarre thing as I wait for...
It's such a... This cat has such an expression. It's such an interesting expression.
The little engineer.
This isn't the cat that you want repairing your car. Oh, this is weird.
It is. I mean, it's only a 1-star, so.
No, but why didn't I enter the description for this one?
I don't know, but we can always go back and do that. The little mouse engineer.
Yeah, that one should be in there. Oh, and my favorite, the gamblers. Look at this guy. Oh my goodness. And the thing that you're not seeing is their backs to all of these animals, because for their standees, you need to see them from the back. and they have little decals on their jackets.
Yeah, so anyone who's test played the game so far knows that it matters what direction your character is facing on the board, which was always something that was very difficult to mimic with the little pieces we were using before. And so now there's very clear, these are also the fronts of the standing pieces that you will see, like just little cards on the board. But each one of these also then has a back component, so you can clearly see that the character is facing a particular direction.
Oh, that's good. Oh, the whippet! Oh, just like Molly.
Oh, and then I know what next is coming if you're up at the whippet.
Oh yeah, here we go. Get ready, because these are the extra bards. Get ready. There's Neil banging out the tunes. Oh my goodness. Perfect. I think. Oh no, wait. Oh, that's right. There's more. Oh yeah, and there's the sun shield, right? That's really good. I like that sun shield. And the Scotty dog. The Scotty dog tank driver.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we hadn't seen that one yet.
Mm-hmm. Okay, there we go. So that is that. And just for the heck of it, I wanted to just show you, really, we'll blast through them quickly. This is what the actual turn cards are going to look like. So when you're going through the deck, this is what you're going to pull up.
I tried to get a vibe going for the possum rogues with, their robes, but I feel like I made the colors too similar. I should have. They're rogues of the night, though.
If there is anybody that says, please don't make me do anything, it's this game.
Oh, man.
That's incredible.
Oh, thank you, Jake. Okay, so people are saying we are redeemed from our earlier streaming mistake.
Yeah.
And
all right.
That was Matisse, so I feel like if Matisse says that, we are truly redeemed.
Oh, thank goodness.
Whew.
Okay, there we go. All right, so what we wanted to discuss is we are right up against a deadline where we are desperately trying to get this done so that we can get it to the printers to get it back to us so that we can bring it to CopyCon. And obviously, anybody who's followed the stream for a long time realizes where we are at with respect to specifically the beavers and the foxes. So gameplay-wise, everything is done. But, and the beavers, at least all of them have, what do you call it? Class titles, right? Those are all done. We managed to get 3 of the class titles for the foxes done, which is great, in addition to the name of the Fox Kingdom, which was important. That needed to be put up there.
Right.
But there are no names for any beavers done. And there are a lot more titles for the foxes, and there are certainly no names for any of the foxes yet. We also don't have the Fox font, but I have a feeling this one's going to go quicker because
there's something to base it on.
Yeah, we're not designing. It's more of just like, putting together what the glyphs look like, figuring out where there need to be new glyphs in terms of like, we need to add diacritics to handle sounds that are not in the dog language, and then kerning. So I can actually produce a version of the font that would be necessary for the game, I think in relatively short order. Because we don't need numbers, or at least we haven't thus far. Hoping, let's try not to use numbers for fox names. Baba. But anyway, so I don't think that's as big an issue. But if we actually want to try to get something done, there's two ways we can go about it. Number one, we can just produce the base version of the game. Number two, we can produce some of the expansion. In other words, the expansion that only has the base animals. That means that we get some of the engineers and the gamblers and some extra classes. But we wouldn't get any of the beavers or the foxes. Number 3, we produce everything and just drop in placeholders for all of the beaver and fox names. Fox 1, Fox 2, whatever. Or option 4, we kind of go rogue and we just, whenever we have a spare half hour or an hour, we just start live streaming whenever, specifically working on names to just try to get them done.
And if it's in the next 72 hours, that will really be David working on names while I sit beside him while I draw. Because I got to finish the drawings. In 21 days, David. That was the last order. 21 days. I placed the order on August 2nd. It arrived on August 23rd.
Okay. So what's that deadline then? August,
Well,
August, what, 7th minus 21 days?
yeah, October, I
October
would
7th?
hope you mean.
Yeah.
And I would say minus like a few more days than 21, because this was like, we want it before.
So let's say October 1st minus 21 days.
And so like by the end of the first week of September, and ideally
Yeah.
before the World Building Festival even begins, even like has a wisp of beginning.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dang. Because like we were gonna do some names during that stream. Well, we'll find something else to do.
That is correct. That is what we had planned on doing. But
We can do more of a.
But that puts
Yeah.
us on, because that, I mean, I guess we could do some final names on that Saturday and then place the order. But that means the order won't go out till that Monday. That should give us a week of wiggle room. It depends on how much you want to gamble. What kind of gambler are you when you play Sovála?
Oh my gosh.
Which gambling jacket do you wear?
That's the thing. I am so excited. I'm so excited about the gamblers. My sister is also very excited about the
Yes.
gamblers. We're like playing nothing else but gamblers once they come out. They're so good.
Okay, so David, you were kind of putting out some options. Did you want to like run an actual little poll? Did you wait? I mean, did you want to do anything with that information?
I don't know. Just throw out some feelers. But by the way, people are saying I will be expecting a full transcript of that speech.
It was so good, though. Like
It was. Like, I make a lot of jokes sometimes when, like we don't show up or something, saying, making up preposterous things about what we did while the cameras weren't on or whatever. But this was actually true. It really meant a lot to me that you noticed you even noticed that sound change from High Valyrian to Astropori Valyrian, but then specifically wanted to let me know that you liked it. That meant a lot. Anyway, so here, I'm going to just start a poll.
Jonathan does say random live streaming is a fun idea.
There we go. All right, and of course, with this view, it dominates the whole thing.
That is true, Mateus, because based on the time that we usually are working on LangTime related things, it would be probably around the same time that a person in Europe would be getting up and potentially getting ready to go to their job. Be like 10 o'clock to midnight.
All right, and then also Mateus said something really funny previously, and I don't remember what it was.
Mateus says a lot of funny things.
Oh yeah, the lesson, of course. After I said I didn't realize anything because I was specifically ignoring chat to get everything. Mateus says lesson: never ignore chat. True. but also added a new high point for LTS professionalism. Thank you. We pride ourselves on our professionalism.
Ding. Ah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right.
And I do have an idea, David, if
Mhm.
we end up somehow finishing everything that we need to do before the World Building Festival,
Mm.
I have an idea for how we could spin and still use that 2 hours in Sovála to introduce. Because also part of that will be an introduction to Sovála for people who've never seen it or
Sure.
heard of it, and a review for people who are like, I kind of forget. And also, like, even if you've heard about it, doesn't mean you've played it and had experience. So, like, there's a lot we can go over and a lot we can create in support of it, including place names on the map that David is working on.
Ooh, that's true.
So we do have a lot of things we can do, even if we need to slightly shift what we're doing that weekend. Woo!
Oh, and Dark Horse, great to see you. But in fact, we did post that. We did post that translation. You can find it on the Archive of Our Own. No, is it? Yes, Archive of Our Own.
Three
Why-
O's.
Why did I think it was Archive of My Own for a second? It was
Because
weird.
it's just yours.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then also on in the work section of my website. So yeah, it's there. All right. Now back to business. I'm gonna just.
I'm exhausted. It's like we've streamed twice today.
I know. Just gonna pop a Y on these glyphs so that we know that they're not real. And yeah, we don't need this. So remember, as a little shorthand, I put glyphs in yellow that are not real, that are not a part of the thing. We don't actually need the hieroglyphs here anymore at all.
Oh, a thing that David did.
Yeah, what did I do?
It's really nice. Last night while I was drawing A Million Dogs, David went through and imported a lot of vocabulary from Hauhof into Lohakish, so we would have more words that would be a part of the base vocabulary.
Yeah.
And I'm reminded of this as I looked up, do we have sing yet? And we do!
Yeah.
Because I'm looking at the Bard and I'm thinking,
It's just one of them, right?
yeah, just one 3-star.
Yeah.
And like in my head, I haven't yet created a bard with any sort of jazz style of instrument, but jazz is one of the styles still, right? Like you didn't take out the smooth jazz, did you? We've got the hard rock.
Yeah, I did. I changed it.
You took out smooth jazz? I was going to give this guy a
It
saxophone.
was slow waltz, but I think that he should have a saxophone.
Okay.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Incredible.
oh my God, what the?
What's going on?
Don't worry about it.
All right. All right.
I just almost made a vital error. We don't have yet to like play, so
Thought maybe the spam bot came back.
no. Yeah, it was one of those things where, you know, like when you search and then it finds the word in the document and it's highlighted,
Yeah.
and if you're not careful and you start typing, it types
Yep.
where you are in the document, so it takes away all the words that were highlighted that you were
Yeah, yeah,
searching
yeah.
for.
Yeah.
Absolutely did that momentarily, but I put to sing back, and I think it's okay. But I was thinking about for Bard, if we wanted to just do something basic, we could have, you know, singer. But we could also like have player.
I think singer works. So let's go with it. Oh, hi, Bubba. Sorry we weren't here for as long as we should have been. I want to try to figure something out orthographically. and in the literal sense, how something is spelled. Okay. So I'm writing down here our inventory. There's plenty of room. Okay, so we have I versus long I, Y versus long Y. No central vowels, thank goodness. U versus long U. O versus long O. Ah versus long ah. And this is just
When we do the agentive suffix with lo hakish, it gets added to the infinitive form. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, Archive of Our Own is a massive, massive website that for people to write whatever they want, but it's used mostly for writing fan fiction. And they have a bunch of tools there. It's free for doing so, and then a bunch of tagging so that you can discover other things. I have used it for a different purpose, which is I put down whatever dialogue from any shows that we worked on. I just put it up there. I also put it elsewhere, but I thought it would be useful for people who are interested in fan fiction, since that's where they write anyway. If they wanted to see what some of the dialogue was, they could just find it there. So I put stuff up there. And I did it wrong the first time, so I'm going through and correcting it. Almost everything is fixed. Defiance and the 100 are not fixed yet. It's because they should be chaptered differently. So the thing that I want to try to figure out is how we're going to be spelling these things. All right, because Halgoff, so this is Lo Hakish.
What is the protoform for the agentive seer?
Terrier, old word for terrier. You guys got away with way too many jokey things in Halgoff, I've come to realize. Way too many.
But it's always seer, regardless of the fact that because it's not actually the protoform we enter. It comes out as sword otherwise, or sar. When it's on its own, it comes out as sar. When it's...
What?
The vowel doesn't match what I'm seeing in the verbal derivation for agentive.
If you just put in TER, it comes out as SIR, S-I-R, and we just decided to drop the R.
In Lo Hakish?
Yeah.
It's a schwa in the protoform.
What?
For Halgoff.
What?
That's why I'm very confused.
Uh-oh.
And so it comes out as sard on its own?
No, it's not a schwa in the proto.
In Halgoff?
Yeah.
The word for leader, de ter, is T schwa R.
That's a mistake then.
So the only word I knew that had it was a mistake.
Yeah, that's a mistake. If you
Okay.
if you look at the protoform with a regular E instead of a schwa, It shows up in a lot of places. The one with the schwa only shows up in 2 places.
Leader and digger. So does that mean those are not going to come out as those forms?
No, they should. I wonder. One sec. Let's switch over to how off real quick.
So it comes out slightly differently. It should be diasa, not diase.
Yeah, so that's just the wrong protoform. I don't know why that was written that way. Because it was supposed to be terror for terrier. It's a little in-joke.
I will say I know this one specifically was supposed to be my name, and we were playing with protoforms to give us because we had to be syllable by syllable.
Yeah.
Okay. But it does change the output. It should be jasa with a schwa, not jase. So I feel like this protoform was actually done first, and then we messed up when we did the dog, and we used the other form.
Wait, what do you... Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's supposed to not be a schwa.
I was putting in the schwa form to get the... I see. Never mind. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Oh, put me out to pasture. I am done. But the R shows up in the fox form.
Yeah, and we decided to just drop the R and make it a long I.
According to the chart, we did not. Unless I'm in an old document. The derivation chart that's purple on page 30 and 31. I remember voting for the long vowel. I do remember that. But that's verb to verb. It should be verb to noun. Anyway.
Oh. Josie is not... Oh.
What's happening?
That's a different suffix. Is that a suffix? What's this? Shadow, we have darkness plus play?
I do remember creating this.
Or is
I
that...
remember voting on it. It comes from something.
Well, te is play, to like wag a tail.
But it doesn't that also... yes, it was like a diminutive. It's a diminutive. That is our diminutive.
Oh, okay. That explains that.
So it's darkness, and then a little darkness as a shadow.
Little darkness. Okay.
And so this is different from the seared, which we kept the R in de-seared.
Okay.
And so singer is going to be kfeu-seared. Kfeu-seared. Kfeu. With final stress, right? Kfeu-seared. Is that correct?
Yeah, kfeosid. Okay. All right, the Haugoff is all correct.
Taking you away from important things.
Yeah, the only question is if for some reason, like the vowel, like changes around when you add something to the end. I doubt it will.
In Lexergy, it does not.
Oh, well then.
I've typed it in.
Perfect. Kveosir. Kveosir. Man, this language is having such a proper sound to it when we come out with words. Anyway, sorry. So back to... There was a Never-Ending Story 3.
I think this is going to be our first.
Never-Ending Story 2 had Jonathan Brandis. It's a big deal for me. But,
Oh, we have Trapper.
okay. Back to...
Okay. Oh, Trapper is right above Caillou. Yay. Okay.
Never-Ending Story 3 was the one with Jack Black. You've said enough. I don't need to see that. Okay. Okay, so this is how off. Got that's Schwa. This one is
Then are you okay with the rogue being Kvasir, and Bard being Kveosir? They just randomly came out very similarly.
oh yeah, because it's Kvasir with a geminate and
Yeah.
Kveosir
With
yeah.
a double E.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we'll try not to have any more Kvasir words.
Yeah. There are a lot of words I've discovered that end in kva in this language. It's kind of a thing.
Well,
for it.
good. Every language needs a thing.
Yeah,
English
yeah.
is we are obsessed with S.
Yep.
So, you know.
Okay.
Oh, George has to go.
I'm going through the Halgoff
Bye, George.
orthography chart. Oh my god. Stop! Pretend I said that like Miles.
I'll have you know, Jake, I stop other things to turn on Let's Have a Booba on Tuesday, which means that yes, I am enjoying what you're doing because I stopped to turn you on the big screen. On the big screen.
Yeah.
And yeah, the reason I don't comment is because then once the big screen is on, I start keeping my hands busy with yarn
Yeah.
and yarn projects.
He's got a
And then I
yarn to
just
do.
comment to David, and I think a lot of times he posts my comments, but sometimes maybe not. Or sometimes he doesn't tell you they're actually my comments, and he just steals my glory,
That's right.
my glory
For
words.
clout. There's Halgoff. Okay.
And quite often I beat David to the stream.
That's true.
Quite often David comes down, and I'm already streaming. Oh, although when you started streaming on Tuesday, I was not yarning yet. I was hula hooping.
Ooh.
Then I switched over to yarning. So I booba'd and hooped.
Oh,
Hmm.
right.
All right, now I'm trying to get some ideas. I think it's part of our marriage contract. You can steal my comments specifically for YouTube streams.
All
Can't
right.
steal any of my other words, just those.
So, with Halgoff, we have essentially three vowel glyphs, schwa, and u. We have modifications that give us o and ah. A lot more vowels here. What am I missing?
Danielle said, and David had a hooping boo boo because they said I had a hooping booba, you had a hooping boo boo. 48 hours of headaches later, I think David has finally healed from the hooping incident from last week. And I'll have you know that his sister got a huge kick out of hearing that story and really enjoyed acting it out for him. And
All right. So we have these three vowel shapes, and the question is what to do with them. And I think that we need to figure out how the vowels come to be what they are. Hauaf has the original e, u, o, a, right? Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna write these up here. Oh boy. You know what? This is just gonna be what it is, all right? Leave me alone. Everybody. Forever. And then schwa. Okay. So we're gonna have, let's see, so we've got this becomes now this, however, becomes that. The O, it's like O stays O. But the U stays U. And the schwa, which is this, also goes to ah. Now, next, what happens to these after emphatic consonants? So we're going to put a we're going to put a pharyngalized B in front of these things. Okay. So this is I'm going to do a capital Q for this. O becomes eh. U becomes O. Those two stay the same. And E becomes A. And that's the only thing that changes things, right? Just the emphatics? I think it is. All right, can't have schwas. All right, now for the double vowels. We just have length there. Wow, if you add an ah after all the original vowels, they all just become long. That's kind of interesting. How about if you add an E? Okay, they also all just become long, except that AE, and what did that look like and how off? AE becomes I. Okay. OE. Becomes E. Otherwise they become long. Alright, next is, let's put some O's after these. They become long, but oh my gosh, Mateus has to get up at 7 in the morning.
Oh, that sounds awful.
Good Lord, it's inhuman.
Okay.
These things become O and finally.
Okay, so David, I have. We did do that.
Dang, okay.
Okay. Nope. I'll momentarily have things to say, and I'm sorry.
No, it's
But
alright.
Right now,
This is like a whole thing. This is going to be a very difficult, like, and you know the reason I'm doing this is just to figure out where to take the glyphs that we've done, like where to paste them. Because I don't know right now. Okay. AU. Oh, and then this one goes like that. And this one is the 1, 2, 3. And now I just need to see what happens to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of these. No, wait, not that one. In front of emphatics. Okay, so AE, OE, AO, EO, AU, EU, OU. In front of a pharyngalized, or after pharyngalized B. Okay, same. What?
okay.
What? Hey Jess.
Hey, David.
All right. So in our Fox language, OE becomes U, long.
Yes, which I have something funny to tell you about that, but yes.
Can you think of any reason that if you just throw a pharyngalized consonant on the front, it comes out as short? Like, still no coda. But just OE is U, and then ba, OE is B.
Which is why this is coming out as short, perhaps. Interesting. Well, the vowels lower after emphatic consonants, so the pharyngeal would cause a lower vowel, and the lower vowel would potentially, does that...
Like vowel monophthongization. It's Magpie's Miracle.
I was just going to say, is that affected by that? Yep.
It is Magpie's Miracle.
So it's that pharyngealization followed by that.
It's because we're going from oi, which are not seen as the same. And so then it retains essentially the weight of the diphthong, u, versus ui, which they are seen as the same, and so they become u. Goodness gracious me. How bizarre. Okay. Now change. Interesting. We changed it. Oh. This also becomes whoa. Similar thing happens. OU on its own becomes a short oo, but after an emphatic consonant becomes long. This is wacky, wild stuff. Okay.
We didn't bring that up. Okay. Oh, goodness. Okay.
All right. Okay, so I think I've come to a decision point. I want to ask, do you want to share your thing first, or do you want me to share my thing?
You share your thing.
So I think that what we have to ask ourselves is if we are going to retain the pharyngalized orthographic consonants and have fewer vowel graphemes, or if we're going to get rid of the pharyngalized consonants and add more vowel graphemes.
Because I would think, like, if they're seeing, orthography, because the dog orthography was an earlier one, right?
Yeah.
And so, like, earlier in the sense that it sort of reflects some of the old forms that would have started being spelled before they split off.
Yeah.
Because if they had been exposed to such a system, what could happen as these pharyngeal consonants are being lost is that as a writer, you may look back and then associate that with the vowel quality.
Yeah.
And take a pharyngeal consonant glyph and suddenly assign it to a vowel that, like, commonly occurs after it. And so like there could be some drift of like, because I mean definitely if you look at, you know, the alphabet development to get to our own alphabet that we use today in English, and you go all the way back, you do see elements where it's like it was a consonant and then it got assigned to a vowel, sort of like the A. Because it was the sound that came after it that they associated it with, because they no longer had, like, they didn't have the consonant, not no longer, they never had the consonant that the original aleph stood for. And so
Yeah.
they associated it with the next sound. And so, like, anyways, it would just be a way of, like, it's not that new glyphs would be developed, it's that these writers would look and say, you know, here's what comes after it, and would be reassigning some of these. And also in the development of some alphabets, there is literally a point in history where it's like, we have this extra shape and we're going to apply it to a different sound just because it fits our language better.
There's only one problem with that. We have too many emphatic consonants.
Oh, sure, there would be some glyphs lost, right? But we wouldn't need that many extra vowels, would we?
No, but the thing is, like, it'd be kind of like, honestly, it'd be kind of like doing it with Arabic. So not the thing that led to Arabic, but Arabic itself, right? Mm-hmm. Arabic has 7 emphatic consonants that are just purely emphatic, and then 2 other consonants that sometimes cause some of the same issues. And so there's just, I mean, unless you're just arbitrarily deciding, I kind of like the shape of this, there's no rhyme or reason to take any of those.
Yes, which is why the thorn beat out the eth for a long time, and then the thorn disappeared altogether. But then th was the spelling they went with, regardless of the fact that sometimes it's pronounced more dh, and nobody updated anybody else. And so, like, I mean, it does happen where it's just like one form gets favored, and for a while in spelling, it's sort of willy-nilly, is like this writer prefers this one and this one prefers this one. But then there was the great Fox essayist who changed the lives of everyone. You might call him Foxer, as he traveled and wrote his Canterbury Tales about the ancient cats that that these dog animals revered and wanted to be more like. And Tales, of course, spelled Tails. And then everyone was like, well, we got to spell it like he does, because he's the good one.
I love you very much.
Okay. I think that's a no on my idea. But now, when I'm done drawing animals, I have to draw this.
Yeah, it's
Foxer.
true. It's true. Okay.
Writing the Canterbury Tales.
Okay, just 1 second. Let's see. This is T. What? Oh wait, that's QW, right? Regular Q looks like this, and we need H as well. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6 emphatic consonants. is Interesting.
What do you mean by
If I was just in the how off orthography, I just wanted to see just up here is just got that doodle in front of the. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah.
So, I was looking at names for the archers, and in my brainstorms, one idea I had was calling the 2-star archer like Little Arrow or something.
Oh. Yeah, I like that.
God, the way you said "oh."
Sorry, little arrow or little bow. Yeah.
Well, I had thought of little bow, but if we are inspired by Halva, our word for bow is going to come out as Scheifothum, which is kind of long.
Oh yeah. No, I the reason I didn't borrow those over was because I thought we might do something.
Create something.
Yeah. Anytime you see something where it's like we have it in Hawaf but not in Lohakish, it's probably because I left it on purpose.
But it does give us the incredible final syllable in IPA, XYM, which really just looks like the start of a pharmaceutical company. Okay, so yeah. I feel lost. If we're going to be creating new words, I feel like I can't do this alone.
Hold on a sec.
And I also thought of calling the 1-star pyromancer Sparky. But we need a word for spark.
Oh, I like that. Little spark. That's good. Spark is something that can be a proto. We can just make that and then add it to both languages. I forgot that all of the velar fricatives are actually emphatic. So we've got a lot of emphatic consonants in Hauhof.
As a fun little thing, if we did want to borrow the strategy for creating the word for arrow from Halgoth, in Halgoth the word for arrow is built on the root for splinter and then an augmentative is added. And so in Halgoth comes out as shavo, shava rather. If we followed that same strategy in Lohakish, we'd come up with hajim. So like you would never know that they were like calques of each other.
Oh wow.
Because we have a different augmentative suffix for nouns than Halgoth does. And sha from Halgoth becomes ha in Lohakish.
I like that.
And if we had a diminutive followed by a diminutive, which cracks me up, we would get hajinsi. And so that M would become an N. Hajinsi. Anyway.
Yeah. So I think that we have too many emphatic consonants for this to possibly work.
Okay.
I don't know what to do with these emphatic consonants, to be honest. Like, aside from spelling it really conservatively, which I think is going to get very confusing.
I think the Foxes are going to have a spelling reform.
Yeah.
Because what they would have seen being used by the dogs as they split off, and as their sounds continued to change, I just feel like at some point they would have looked at it and said, well, this is a hot mess.
Yeah.
And had an educated spelling reform.
Yeah.
Like they went into it being like, let's fix this.
Yeah. So a lot of the long vowels in Haugoff have this in front of it. It comes in varying flavors. There's like that one. There's, goodness gracious, there's even this one. And also like my favorite, the triple scoop ice cream cone. A few of them have this or this, but it feels like something like this shape can be taken to mean long. Then the only question is how we're going to end up spelling the vowels U and A. And if we're going to keep the thing in front of O. Ooh. Whew. Okay. There's a lot to be decided. But I think what makes sense is that this character here is definitely going to be A. So I'm going to put that there as a reminder. And so we have our first glyph. I think it's time to celebrate. Not that I'm not going to go after those. Those serifs again. I want to take a look at them. Oh my goodness.
Oh, we're out of cookies. I made David some ginger cookies.
They were so good.
We destroyed those in like 3 days.
Mm.
Yeah. Oh, I can't get mine open.
Copico. For those days when all you got is the bad and the ugly.
It won't open.
Pass it over.
Oh wait, okay, so I think I managed to mangle a hole. This wrapper looks like I've destroyed it.
All right, I'm gonna put that away. No, wait. Wait, that is what I want.
I'm testing some forms in Luxurgy,
And I am
just
testing,
so people know what I'm doing, because I'm quiet.
And I am testing something else that I'm going to ask for a poll on. All right, everybody. Look at the screen. You got A, B, C, and D. From left to right, which serif do you prefer? Again, left to right, A, B, C, D. And you feel free to take a look too, Jess. I'll allow it.
I looked.
Oh, that's right. Jonathan said, for some reason, I thought we were doing an old style YouTube poll. Remember when we would do that? We would just say what the options were and people would just type into chat A, B, or C.
Oh, I remember. In Haraf, the protoform MEAQ comes out as Mik. In Lohakish, that same form comes out as Mish, long I. That could be our word for spark.
I like it.
Because it would be milk, milk in the protoform. And I don't know about you, but that kind of reminds me of like a milk.
Yeah, that's cute. I like it. All right, so looks like B and C tied. And, you know, B, of course, was just that was the joke choice that you weren't supposed to choose, so we're going to go with C.
What one?
C.
I didn't get to tell you which one I like to know. I can't remember. We're going to pretend it was the right one.
Yeah. There's something off about that. All right, so then what's going to happen is this is going to go 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Same thing over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get rid of that. Okay. Now these will need to be fixed. All right. So this glyph has got to be our new I. Because, you know, we didn't have that in Halhoff. But it's everywhere in Lohakish. And so I think the old E glyph would be repurposed as I. What's that one? Was it G? Yeah, it was G. And G stays G, right? Yeah, G stays G. G is solid. G is easy. One, two, three, four, five.
Interesting.
Now, what the heck was that? That was what I tried to do for R, wasn't it? Yeah. R had a major change. R had a major change, and R stays. All right.
I need help.
Yeah.
We don't have any protoforms yet that are verbs that end in an aspirated Q that are preceded by a vowel that would bring it forward. And so, you know, like instead of it being like mach, it's mish.
Yeah.
So mishpo and mishtov, I think. But like, what do I do with mishchiu? Mishchiu.
If I have if you wanted to change the input words in our standard Lexergy file, I have a set that every time I open it, I push towards the top to test things. And so I will do that now and run those for you.
MAEQ. That's our protoform.
MAEQ. Oh, what happened to Bo?
MEAQ. Sorry, MEAQ.
Ah.
My God, I'm so sorry.
Okay, so it's mish.
Mm-hmm.
The perfect is misho with a geminate sh,
Okay.
and then mishpo. So the B voices, mishtov, nothing happens there, and misha, just an A on the end. So it's regular.
So I actually just would add the suffix po and tov. I don't need to use the dot because nothing changes about the mish, right?
Correct. For the L part, you probably put it MISSHEW.
M-I or M-I-I?
MIIS.
Okay, I was like, wait, does it
Sorry.
shorten? Okay. Okay, so now that's 2 spark. Uh-oh, we didn't do... That's a verb.
Yeah, it's a verb.
Can we
Wait,
just-
why is it a verb?
I don't know. I created it thinking verb, and now I'm like, but I needed a noun.
I mean, for a spark, that's usually a noun, isn't it?
I don't know.
Well, it could
But-
be both in Hauhoff really easily, and
Right.
then here you just decide which one it is.
But for the name, I need it to be
Well, I think it makes sense that it's
a noun.
So now I can produce my little thing that I do for nouns. And I can show you what these are so that you can add them. Yeah, it's a regular old noun. Mish, homish, amish, omish.
I am so not ready for that. If you could just give me 1 second. Spark. Okay, I added another M in Helva. I need to add that to the dictionary down here, and then I need to get back to Lo Hakish, where I need to take away the verb that I just did. Okay, now back to Lo Hakish, and then I am almost ready. I'm gonna copy, that one will be good enough. Try this again. Okay, and that you just said Hamish, Homish, Amish, Amish.
Yeah, it's regular.
Omish, nothing.
Just copy an M and you'll be fine.
entry.
Oh my god.
Woo!
I was thinking about K and the whole labialized thing and how the KWs became Ps and oh boy. All right. M should be easy. Let's do M. Look at that. Good old honest M. Hmm. And we don't have O. Oh.
Oh my god, I'm
Hmm?
Oh, I am struggling. Hardcore.
Cute. Where's wow. That's KW? That's KW? My. Okay. What I'm pondering right now is if I need to draw a distinction between this shape from Hauhoff and that shape from Hauhoff. Because I'm thinking in this font, they're both probably going to come out as something like that. And it seems silly to have to actually distinguish essentially two glyphs as that versus that. Just seems silly. So I think that we're just going to go with this and trust that maybe that will help push the movement between the shapes.
Do you like the name Mishi? That's a little sparky if you like. Misshii.
Oh my. Mishi. That's very, very Finnish, except that it would be Mishi.
I don't know the distinction you just did.
Stress.
The stress.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought I was paying too much attention to the SH, and I was like, it's geminate in both.
It's like Mishi, but in slow motion. Mishi, 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 Mishi.
Well, there it is. Okay.
Yeah, let's roll with it. It's fine.
'Cause in Lexergy, it's showing up as Mishi, MIIS, and then the she. But like that would just glom together, right? Like we wouldn't get Mishi.
No,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
That's another Lexergy quirk. Anytime you see that, don't worry.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay. By the way, I had ideas for CopyCon Saturday, and I didn't know if I should share them or just leave them as a surprise to you.
When you say you, is that you, the collective community, or me specifically?
That's you specifically.
Well. I don't know. I do like surprises, but I also feel that there's a lot going on and that it may be helpful to be able to talk about plans if you need to.
Yeah. Part of it means that I just need to do a little bit of work to actually figure things out. And you know me and work.
It's one of your favorite things to do.
Only the work that I like to do, and only when I want to be doing it.
Yeah, but that's when it's fun to do it. Well, speaking of work that gets done when you want to do it, let me tell you, I am flying through some of this translation work I'm doing for my Nissa language. And I'm flying towards a new month because in September I'll be switching it up and doing a different language. And I'm already looking forward to October when I will return to my Nissa language for my every other month focus. But I'm getting some good stuff.
Oops.
Ooh, Hundekuchen is here for 15 minutes.
Oh, what can we do for these 15 minutes? You tell us. You're in charge. 15 minutes, go. Anything you want. Oh, that's good. That's good. I like that.
Magpie's not wrong.
That was M, right?
Better than tuning in earlier.
Honestly, though, there might be an extra 15 minutes on the end just to make up for the original 15-minute fiasco.
But I've been streaming for the whole time.
I know. It's going to be rough. On you, specifically. Why is that missing? Oh, because...
What?
Because there is... that. It's just... right, never mind. Never mind. Now, H held off. Oh. Right.
Oh, the idea I just got. That was, I feel like a solid semantic idea, but now is going to be really funny based on what the forms actually are. I will tell you in a moment.
I think that we have to do it. Oh my. Everybody's going to be scandalized by this.
I'm already scandalized.
Not as scandalized as you're going to be.
That's just slightly terrifying.
Actions, metrics, set side bearings equal to, I think I did 100. Yeah. Woo! This thing's coming. All right. F should be safe. We can do that. We can do F. Oh. Well, that's uncomfortable. Oh.
David, what's happening over there?
We got this. Okay. So we're going to do V real quick. This V is just going to be a double. just like that. All we got to do is delete that. And delete that. Because that's V. And then H or F has the thing below it. And that thing below it is just going to show up as a line now, since it pretty much looks like that anyway. Yeah. I wish Miles were here for this, so I could say, "In your face, Miles."
Why? What do you...
Miles knows why.
Okay, so David,
Yeah?
if you liked the word, and it doesn't have to be the whole language's word, this could just be something they use for the name, for the big splinter becoming the word for arrow based on like calking Helgos form for doing it. The word for the 4-star archer could be hadjim, long a, hadjim. And then the 2-star archer, a compound word that is used to apply to people who are getting there, trying real hard, not there yet. They got one eye on the job. Walao. It's a compound meaning one eye. If we did it as two separate words, it would come out as wow-ow.
Yeah.
Wow-ow. But if you compound them at an early stage in the language to be like this novice kind of thing,
Okay.
walao.
The only thing about that, had we said that that was going to be our word for I, or one? Not I, one.
It's in the number sheet on, what's this schmuck? The document?
Yeah.
Lo Hakish, it's entered. It's not
Okay.
entered in the dictionary, but it is entered in the thing.
Okay.
I don't know that we use...
Yeah, okay, so that, yeah, those, all those should be safe, the ones up to 6.
one fox, there it is. Here's an example sentence on page 13. Owl. Yes. But a different word is used for first, but that's...
Yeah.
And the number
Perfect.
follows.
And what is Hajin?
Splinter
Yeah.
plus augmentative, but the augmentative that Lo Hakish uses,
Okay. And,
which is to raise or to lift, is the original source of that.
and so great splinter is what?
Hadjin.
No, like what does it mean?
Arrow.
Oh, okay. So then the name for the archer will be the arrow.
The arrow, yeah. Well, the title. And
Yeah,
like I
yeah.
said, it doesn't necessarily mean that's like the regular word they would use for arrow. It could be a calking that they just sort of like, ooh,
Yeah.
that's fun. And they made their own form of it.
All right. Yeah, I like them both. Perfect. Jonathan just said that so many dots in a row. Is it a double I? Is it a long I?
For what?
Hajim?
No.
Just, okay.
So 2 umlauted A's and then J-I-M.
If only we could get a double J and a double I in there. That's some dottage.
Well, if you added the the N breaks it, N and S break it up, but if you added the diminutive to that, that's what you get. I put it in chat.
Okay. L should be safe as well. Also W.
My God, babe.
Yeah.
Um, Good, I took those notes down, but we've got the rogues are finished. We got a word for bard. We've got words for the 2 archers and one of the pyromancers. I'm down to the other mancers.
Yeah.
And in part, I was kind of saving those to the end because I know in some of the languages we've sort of like named them ways that are appropriate for how they personally use the magic, and that requires a lot of discussion with you. The 1-star pyromancer I figured could be a more generic one because, 1 star, not very good yet, so a little sparky. And also the gamblers, which I haven't touched with a 10-foot pole because this is a class that is very special to you, and the foxes are the gamblers. And so, like, they are the epitome of the class, and I don't want to do any of those without you and your input.
Well, yeah, but we can generate some ideas for all of these, just like in English. Start to think about it. Love some general feedback on how to do this L. So the L in Helgoth is like, and then like that, right? It's 2 strokes. And I was thinking of essentially starting with this, right? And it could be short like that, and then come out here so that it's parallel with that. Or it could essentially do this. So it's like it has, just goes in there like that. I'm not sure which is going to look better. I guess for this one, you'd essentially just be doing that and then add that. Try that. What are you thinking?
That I'm out of ideas and I'm staring at a page and I should be brainstorming, and this is not good streaming material, and we need to go now for 17 more minutes.
Well, you don't need
I am
to.
depleted. And like, do the gamblers actually have cards, or is that just our game rendition of them? What do they gamble with? What are their little stories? How did they become gamblers?
Well, I wanted them to have cards, yeah. 200.
Okay, so in world, they would be like...
Yeah, their little icon is a die. Because I figured that they would have dies as well.
Well, their jackets do have the die on the back.
Yeah.
It's just on the front. It's hard to show dice in a hand. and so they get cards
No, of course. Yeah.
in their front.
Does it look good?
Oh, sorry. Can I stare at what you're staring at?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Here, I'm gonna produce another one. There's also a question about the connection there, if it should be straight or not. Anyway.
Oh, Bibloridian is asking if we have some sort of idiophone or onomatopoeia for the sound of an explosion.
We certainly don't yet.
We don't,
That's
but
for sure.
explosion, perhaps onomatopoeia. That's a good suggestion. And it reminds me of a recent word David and I recently had to create in a different language.
Oh my god.
Oh, anyway. I do like that. The kaboomer. Exactly. Okay, so I'm going to leave that there because now that I've got an idea for it, coming up with the words will be easier later. I just want some more ideas. So, like, Umbermancers, our one little Solomancer who's only a 1-star. And then, of course, the 3 gamblers.
Think about these as like, you know, they're making a pirate crew. And they're like, what do we need? What do we need to sail the 7 seas? Or the 7 lakes as they were.
What about naming the 2-star gambler something like Bent Cards? Like, because, you know,
Ooh.
not good enough. He's got to, like, mark his cards somehow.
Yeah. Card vendor.
Card vendor. And Jake says, how about sunflower? Is that for something? Magpie, is that for like the Solomancer maybe? They, you know, facing the sun.
It's kind of cute.
I do kind of like that. They follow the sun.
It's kind of really cute.
Well, then
Yeah.
sunflower is the Solomancer.
Yeah.
Little sunflower. So even if I misunderstood your comment, it's now canon.
Yeah.
Magpie says that, oh, I was right. Yay. We could potentially have different gamblers named after the different games they prefer. So like the 4 and 5-star.
Oh boy.
Like if one likes to use dice versus the other cards or something, perhaps they could be
Yeah.
something along those lines.
And we'll have to create those. That's actually a really good idea, though. So it means we should probably give some thought to that. Take a look. We've got this Hauhoff glyph on the left. And then we have 2 Lohakish options. Just A and B, left to right. And I don't know what. Obviously, the one on the left looks more like the Hauhoff one. That's a given. The question is, what do you think works better for this writing system, or looks better in general? bearing in mind that A looks like this down here. So this one is identical to A, it's just got a little tail on there. What do you think, Jess?
I am leaning towards B, but Drew, what if, like at the bottom there, so like the two lines ended up together, like, and it just becomes like a down inside.
Yeah, I see. I'll try that one and see what people think. Just take that out. Yeah. What do you think, Jess?
I'm looking forward to drawing these foxes. It'll be a little treat after surviving all the others.
Now that I didn't save the other one, that's stupid, but what do you think?
I like that it's it retains some of that over of the original while reducing the complication of the two short lines that would occur side by side. Yeah.
Jake mentions that the prairie sunflower is one that grows in Ontario. Good. All I need is Hundekuchen.
Oh, yes. These are some of my favorite flowers. In fact, the little prairie ones. I do. The big sunflowers are awesome, but like the little prairie ones.
I need that piece later.
Are among my favorites, and that was like the number of times we went to a botanical garden twice in the last span of a month, and I made David stop for so long every time I saw little yellow sunflowers. And so now I just need an idea for the two umbermancers. So we've got ideas for everything else. We need to flesh them out, but we've at least got ideas.
Yeah.
And like that is sometimes some of the hardest work.
Yeah. So like the way that I had been thinking about it.
This little fox says hello.
Oh. The certain animals have certain ideas about what is better than other things or what things one shouldn't do. So for example, the geomancers, that's traditional rabbit magic, and they do not like the cat magic at all, and are leery of the opossum magic, which are the umbermancers. For the opossums, they revere the umbermancers and shun the solomancers. The cats are the best with the fire magic, but they see value in everything, except that they think the rabbits are a little weak, and so they kind of ignore them. The mice are very similar. They try to find value in everything. They prize, engineering above all things. And then, of course, the beavers and the mice have a bit of a feud about which type of construction is best. The foxes are the ones who say, you know what, whatever works. Anything goes. And that was part of the ethos behind them separating from the dogs, but also founding their own little area. And it's why they've drawn like-minded others to them. For example, our Patawata, who is the gambler bunny that goes with them. You know. So they don't prize anything very highly, but they also don't think that anything is to be shunned.
Ooh, Jake is saying for a naval twist, one of them could be called like sail or something, while the other one could be like the ship's hull, because they both cast shadows. And so thinking about what cast shadows as their little pirate selves, to represent the darkness that they play with. So that's definitely an idea.
Is there something that casts a shadow on the ocean, like a dark cloud or a heavy cloud? Be
Or above the ship. Okay.
like a dark cloud or a heavy fog.
Oh my god, well the 2-star could be dark cloud, and then heavy fog could be the 3-star.
Sure could.
Ooh, oh, that was some good brainstorming. Oh, Jake, you were the niche that started it all. That, of course, is Spark.
I do have an idea. So separating the, we were talking about the emphatic consonants with respect to their the way that they act on vowels. But if we leave the vowels aside, the emphatic consonants, especially the stops, always stay stops, whereas the other ones fricate, except for Q, right? Am I remembering that correctly? Yeah, Q fricates. But T, B, and no, it's just T. Is it just T? It's just T. Okay, well, whatever. We're going to have a separate letter for T and S based on emphatic T and other T.
Yeah,
All right.
that makes sense.
Okay. What were you looking at?
I lost track of where my other shoe went. My
Did you-
little house shoe, and
Did
so
you find it? Did you find it?
And I found your feet.
Oh,
Oh, so, there we go. See, right there.
hello. All right. Oh, ooh, cool. We get to do that little diddle-dee-doo over that. Figure out how that goes. And then TX is that one. TX is upside down. Yes?
The original breed that you had associated solomancers with was the dogs, right? Like they're the ones with the higher ranking? They're the healers, yeah?
Yeah. No, well, the cats have the highest one.
Okay,
The
right.
cats have the highest
Because
pyromancers
it's-
and the highest solomancers.
Because in the highest Solomancer is the queen one, or is that was the Pyromancer?
Pyromancer.
Okay.
But they have the 2 5-stars
Okay.
because they're both, the cats liking being in the sun. The dogs, that's the only one they have because they are distrustful of magic, but that one is for healing people, and so they like it.
Okay.
got that thing on the side. So otherwise, T is the same as schwa. Yes. Okay, good.
And slowly but steadily opening sarcochet. There we go. God, well, that didn't help. Okay. Never mind.
Boy. I'm gonna have another question here. I should get this one. And I think this will be the last thing that we do. All right. We got the glyph on the left there, the Halgoff glyph. And then we have, actually I'm going to change the order of these. More or less full version and then a reduced version. Which one do you think? Oh my gosh, it's our Miles!
Miles!
Yay! Okay, so again, on the far left is actual Halgoff, and then the next one is basically a full version of that, and then the second one is a reduced version. We already use this diacritic below a glyph that gives us F. Which do you prefer here?
Which one was the diacritic that we already used for F?
The one on the right, it occurs below the character.
The short one.
Yeah,
Okay.
here. You can see it there. But there it actually does look exactly like the diacritic in Halgoff.
Okay. Okay.
It is kind of extra though.
I kind of like the shorty.
Right now there's a slight preference for the big one, which I think reminds one of Miles's hair. Yeah, I think that's where it's going to finish. And if we count your vote, Jess, it's exactly tied.
Oh, wow. Well, which one do you prefer then?
Systemically, I think I prefer the one on the right. Kind of like the look of the one on the left. I don't know.
Well, let's go for the fancy.
Let me double check if we use that diacritic anywhere else, because I don't think that we do. Yeah, I think that's the only place that one shows up, is just with that T. And that could get confused for G. Not that you'd ever have a G following a T. Boy, I don't know. Is Bibloridian still here? Bibloridian's still here. I'll go with whatever Bibloridian says.
But did Bib already take off?
I don't know. I mean, I assume so. It's quite late over there in the monastery. Bibloridian voted for B. Bibloridian voted for B. Oh my god. Okay. That settles that. I'm not gonna lose that one. It's a pretty funky script we're putting together.
It's exciting.
All right. Okay. We have gone well past the time that we said we were going to stream to. I feel like we've made up for our earlier mishap. Something that will never happen again.
I mean, you're right. Okay. I just keep playing around with potential forms. And yeah.
All right.
I think we're good.
We're good. Excellent.
Good to see you all. Patrons, hopefully we see you on Saturday.
That's right. Saturday, patron live stream.
And everyone, enjoy the rest of your week.
All right, then. Thank you. Bye, everybody.